All right, we have remarks from JD Vance talking about AI. So this is some news. Here we go. JD Vance.
The kind introduction, and I want to start by thanking President Macron for hosting the event and, of course, for the lovely dinner last night. During the dinner, President Macron looked at me and asked if I would like to speak, and I said, Mr. President, I'm here for the good company and free wine, but I have to earn my keep today. And I, of course, want to thank Prime Minister Modi for being here and for co-hosting the summit, for all of you for participating. And I'm not here this morning to talk about AI safety, which was the title of the conference a couple of years ago. I'm here to talk about AI opportunity. When conferences like this convene to discuss a cutting-edge technology, oftentimes I think our response is to be too self-conscious, too risk-averse. But never have I encountered a breakthrough in tech that so clearly calls us to do precisely the opposite. Now, our administration, the Trump administration, believes that AI will have countless revolutionary applications in economic innovation, job creation, national security,
this guy wants to run for president, bro.
Free expression, and beyond.
I'd want him to be president. He's doing good. I like him.
Now will not only unfairly benefit incumbents in the space, it would mean paralyzing one of the most promising technologies we have seen in generations. Now, with that in mind, I'd like to make 4 main points today. Number 1, this administration will ensure that American AI technology continues to be the gold standard worldwide, and we are the partner of choice for others, foreign countries, and certainly businesses as they expand their own use of AI. Number 2, we believe that excessive regulation of the AI sector could kill a transformative industry just as it's taking off, and will make every effort to encourage pro-growth AI policies. And I like to see that deregulatory flavor making its way into a lot of the conversations this conference. Number 3, we feel very strongly that AI must remain free from ideological bias, and that American AI will not be co-opted into a tool for authoritarian censorship.
Like woke.
And finally, number 4, the Trump administration will maintain a pro-worker growth path for AI, so it can be a potent tool for job creation in the United States. And I appreciate Prime Minister Modi's point. AI, I really believe, will facilitate and make people more productive. It is not going to replace human beings. It will never replace human beings. And I think too many of the leaders in the AI industry, when they talk about this fear of replacing workers, I think they really miss the point. AI, we believe, is going to make us more productive, more prosperous, and more free. The United States of America is the leader in AI, and our administration plans to keep it that way.
I mean, Popeyes.
The U.S. possesses all components across the full AI stack, including advanced semiconductor design, frontier algorithms, and, of course, transformational
from
applications.
Popeyes.
Now, the computing power this stack requires is integral to advancing AI technology. And to safeguard America's advantage, the Trump administration will ensure that the most powerful AI systems are built in the U.S. with American-designed and manufactured chips.
So, I mean, this is, people can like hate on Trump administration all they want. We're making global fucking plays here with AI that we weren't before, and we're being aggressive about it. I think that, like, these are some of the biggest, like, most important things when it comes to, like, Trump right now. Everyone is so worried about, like, stupid-ass things. They get so mad because he changed it to the Gulf of America or something right there, right? They think he's the worst guy because of that, or because he wants to, like, stop people from crossing the border illegally. Stuff like that. Like, they want to worry about those things and make him the worst guy ever because of that. But here we are making, like, global fucking world plays and AI dominance, the world's craziest new technology. And we want to be the leader in it. We don't want to get passed up. We're trying to be competitive. And it's like, people are overlooking just how important this type of shit is for, like, and how it's going to affect the rest of your life. This is, like, important ass shit. And everyone's ignoring these cool things that we're doing as a country that's good for us. And they're just like, Gulf of America bad. Like, bro, who gives a fuck about Gulf of whatever the fuck? I don't care. Call it anything. None of that matters. This is what matters. Nobody's talking about this. They just want to cry about dumbass shit. It's like so insignificant. Oh, we're auditing the government. What? Who's against that? What the fuck? You guys are crazy. I need more Popeye's
chicken.
The
leader doesn't mean we want to or need to go it alone, of course. And let me be emphatic about this point. America wants to partner with all of you. And we want to embark on the AI revolution before us with a spirit of openness and collaboration. But to create that kind of trust, we need international regulatory regimes that fosters the creation of AI technology rather than strangles it. And we need our European friends in particular to look to this new frontier with optimism rather than trepidation. Now, the development of cutting-edge AI in the U.S. is no accident. By preserving an open regulatory environment, we've encouraged American innovators to experiment and to make unparalleled R&D investments. Of the $700 billion, give or take, that's estimated to be spent on AI in 2028, over half of it will likely be invested in the United States of America. Now, this administration will not be the one to snuff out the startups and the grad students producing some of the most groundbreaking applications of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, dude, encourage
Instead, our laws will keep big tech, little tech, and all other developers on a level playing field.
Okay.
Now, with the President's recent executive order on AI, we're developing an AI action plan that avoids an overly precautionary regulatory regime while ensuring that all Americans benefit from the technology and its transformative potential. Now, we invite your countries to work with us and to follow that model if it makes sense for your nations. However, the Trump administration is troubled by reports that some foreign governments are considering tightening the screws on U.S. tech companies with international footprints. Now, America cannot and will not accept that, and we think it's a terrible mistake, not just for the United States of America, but for your own countries. The U.S. innovators of all sizes already know what it's like to deal with onerous international rules. Many of our most productive tech companies are forced to deal with the EU's Digital Services Act and the massive regulations it created about taking down content and policing so-called misinformation. And of course, we want to ensure the internet is a safe place. But it is one thing to prevent a predator from preying on a child on the internet, and it is something quite different to prevent a grown man or woman from accessing an opinion that the government thinks is misinformation.
Facts.
Meanwhile, for smaller firms, navigating the GDPR means paying endless legal compliance costs or otherwise risking massive fines.
AI is the future, like it or not, indeed,
bro. The dilemma has been to simply block EU users in the first place. Is this really the future that we want, ladies and gentlemen? I think the answer for all of us should be
this is a great venue, yeah.
Now, there's no issue where we worry about more than regulation when it comes to energy. And again, I appreciated the comments of so many at the conference.
Need energy
because
for
they
AI.
recognize that we stand now at the frontier of an AI industry that is hungry.
Almost made a disaster.
Reliable power and high-quality semiconductors. Yet too many of our friends are deindustrializing on the one hand and chasing reliable power out of their nations and off their grids with the other. The AI future is not going to be won by hand-wringing about safety. It will be won by building from reliable power plants to manufacturing facilities that can produce the chips of the future.
Yes.
Now, at a personal level, what excites me most about AI is that it is grounded in the real and the physical economy. The success of the sector isn't just a matter of smart people sitting in front of a computer screen and coding. It depends on those who work with their hands, even as robotics will change our factories. It will certainly make our healthcare providers better at treating diseases. But it will also depend on the data produced by those healthcare providers, by those doctors and nurses.
Imagine taking a pill designed by AI and it saves your fucking life, right? That's the future.
New
it's
modes
coming.
of power in the future. But right now, AI cannot take off unless the world builds the energy infrastructure to support it. Now, it's my view that tech innovation over the last 20 years has often conjured images of smart people staring at computer screens, engineering in the world of bits. but the AI economy will primarily depend on and transform the world of atoms. Now, at this moment, we face the extraordinary prospect of a new industrial revolution, one on par with the invention of the steam engine or Bessemer steel.
Facts.
But it will never come to pass if overregulation deters innovators from taking the risks necessary to advance the ball. Nor will it
I'm all
occur
about it.
if
Let's
we
take
allow
risks, bro.
AI
Deregulate.
to become dominated by massive players looking to use
China's going to kick
tech
our
to
ass at
censor
AI if we don't do
or
this.
control users' thoughts. And I'd ask if you step back a moment and ask yourself, who is most aggressively demanding that we, meaning political leaders gathered here today, do the most aggressive regulation? It is very often the people who already have an incumbent advantage in the market. And when a massive incumbent comes to us asking us for safety regulations, we ought to ask whether that safety regulation is for the benefit of our people or whether it's for the benefit of the incumbent. Now, over the last few years, we've watched as governments, businesses, and nonprofit organizations have advanced unpopular and, I believe, downright ahistorical social agendas through AI. In the U.S., we had AI image generators trying to tell us that George Washington was black or that America's doughboys in World War I were in fact women.
Yeah, that was
now,
annoying.
We laugh at this now, and of course it was ridiculous.
But it's by design,
we have to remember
which was stupid.
The lessons from that ridiculous moment.
Yeah, okay.
And what we take from it is that the Trump administration will ensure that AI systems developed in America
Hold on a second.
are free.
Dude, you guys remember that when AI, like they first released Gemini on Google and then it would not like show white people on anything because like the way they programmed it on the back end. And I'm so glad that this is being used against them. Like we're not letting them get away with doing that crazy ass stupid shit. I'm so glad. Like let's not forget that happened. And let's exactly. Thank you, JD. Dude, this guy, you know what? Like, I mean, hopefully he runs for president in when Trump's out, bro. Like this, like, let's keep it going. I like this guy. Thank you very much. JD Vance making some fucking sense, dude.
From ideological bias and never restrict our citizens' right to free speech. We can trust our people to think, to consume information, to develop their own ideas, and to debate with one another in the open marketplace of ideas.
Thank you.
Now, we've also watched as hostile foreign adversaries have weaponized AI software to rewrite history, surveil users, and censor speech. This is hardly new, of course. As they do with other tech, some authoritarian regimes have stolen and used AI to strengthen their military, intelligence, and surveillance capabilities, capture foreign data, and create propaganda to undermine other nations' national security. I want to be clear. This administration will block such efforts, full stop. We will safeguard American AI and chip technologies from theft and misuse, work with our allies and partners to strengthen and extend these protections, and close pathways to adversaries attaining AI capabilities that threaten all of our people. And I would also remind our international friends here today that partnering with such regimes, it never pays off in the long term. From CCTV to 5G equipment, we're all familiar with cheap tech in the marketplace that's been heavily subsidized and exported by authoritarian regimes. But as I know, and I think some of us in this room have learned from experience, partnering with them means chaining your nation to an authoritarian master that seeks to infiltrate, dig in, and seize your information infrastructure. Should a deal seem too good to be true, just remember the old adage that we learned in Silicon Valley. If you aren't paying for the product... I
just want to point this out. Someone in the chat says, America, LOL, America is dying. You know, I think that, like, that it's so retarded for someone to say that when we're, like, so obviously winning. So, like, when people are sitting there and they believe it. Like, I see a lot of these people, you know, as an internet guy, I see a lot of these people in my chats, my comments, stuff, and America is not dying. We're doing really good right now, and we're actually about to just start accelerating. It's going to be insane. Like, you thought that we were rich before? You think that we've been the richest nation before? Wait, it's going to be insane how this accelerates, and AI is going to be a big part of it. It's going to be insane. And But I think that people that like actually believe that America is dying, like this guy in this chat, right? What they're doing is they're fantasizing about America dying. That's what they fantasize about. They want America to die. Unfortunately for them, America is going to do really good, but they'll always look at it as if we're doing really bad. Even if it's right in front of their face, they hate Trump so bad. They literally would rather us lose. They'd rather us lose. That's how badly they hate the president. And I think that that's fucking psycho, dude. I don't care who you are. Like, yeah, okay, I'm righty, right? But I don't want the country to fucking lose if there's a lefty that's in charge, bro. I want the lefty to win. Like Joe Biden as a president, I want him to be successful. That's what I wanted. I wanted him to do good things. I wanted him to win. I don't want him to lose. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's so crazy when people think that way.
You are the product. Finally, this administration wants to be very clear about one last point. We will always center American workers in our AI policy. We refuse to view AI as a purely disruptive technology that will inevitably automate away our labor force. We believe, and we will fight for policies that ensure that AI is going to make our workers more productive, and we expect that they will reap the rewards with higher wages, better benefits, and safer and more prosperous communities.
It's going to be insane, the acceleration.
From law to medicine, manufacturing, the most immediate applications of AI almost all involve supplementing, not replacing.
Now's a great time to invest, just saying.
Now, combined with this administration's worker-first approach to immigration, we believe that a U.S. labor force prepared to use AI to its fullest extent will instead attract the attention of businesses that have offshored some of these roles. To accomplish this, the administration will make sure that America has the best trained workforce in the world. Our schools will teach students how to manage, how to supervise, and how to interact with AI-enabled tools as they become more and more a part of our everyday lives. And as AI creates new jobs and industries, our government, businesses, and labor organizations have an obligation to work together to empower the workers, not just of the United States, but all over the country. To that end, for all major AI policy decisions coming from the federal government, the Trump administration will guarantee American workers a seat at the table, and we're very proud of that. Now, I've taken up enough of your time, so I'd like to close with just a quick story. This is a beautiful country, President Macron, and I know that you're proud of it and should be. And yesterday, as I was touring Les Invalides with General Gravette with my 3 kids, he was kind enough to show me the sword that belonged to America's dearest international friend from our own revolution, of course, the Marquis de Lafayette. He let me hold the sword, but of course he made me put on the white gloves beforehand. And it got me thinking of this country, France, and of course of my own country, and of the beautiful civilization that we have built together with weapons like that saber. Weapons that are dangerous in the wrong hands, but are incredible tools for liberty and prosperity in the right hands.
Okay, where's he going with this?
I couldn't help but think of the conference today. If we choose the wrong approach on other things that could be conceived of as dangerous, things like AI, and choose to hold ourselves back, it will alter not only our GDP or the stock market, but the very future of the project that Lafayette and the American founders set off to create.
Interesting point.
This doesn't mean, of course, that all concerns about safety go out the window, but focus matters. And we must focus now on the opportunity to catch lightning in a bottle, unleash our most brilliant innovators, and use AI to improve the well-being of our nations and their peoples. With great confidence, I can say it is an opportunity that the Trump administration will not squander. And we hope everyone convened here today feels exactly the same. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Interesting. Yay. You know what? He's making some good points. We need to be competitive, bro, or China's going to come and take our lunch money, dude. China's going to take our fucking lunch money. We got to be competitive with AI. All right? We can't regulate it to death while they're over there owning with it. We can't let that happen. That's stupid as fuck. No, we need to be competitive. He's right. And so that's what this is. Okay, interesting. Stop trying to regulate AI. Let's be competitive so we can compete with China. Facts. Straight up. Anybody against that? That's why they lose at shit. People against this, they lose. They probably lose at every game they've ever played. Okay? I'm just saying. People that are against this, they don't even know what winning is. They have no clue. That's why they're against it. They've never experienced it in their life. All they experienced is losing. So they just keep picking the stupid fucking direction to go in, and they keep losing. This is why we need to advance the fuck out of AI before China does. It's literally, bro, it's like a real-time strategy game. Okay? We need to put points into, there's a skill tree, and this new one just opened up, and it's fucking AI. And you know what we need to do? Spend like almost all of our fucking points into that before the other guys do. That's what we got to be spending, some points in that AI skill tree, bro. Okay, we need to be competitive and get ahead ASAP. That's what we got to do. So I'm all about it. Yes.